This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Business Wisdom Podcast, where business owners share their wisdom. It's short and to the point to respect people's time. And because we know transforming possibility happens fast and it leads to lasting results. So let's get to it. Question number one, Catherine, tell me who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Catherine Behrenbrinker. I'm the president and CEO of Simplicity Communications. And basically, I read phone bills for a living. I help businesses with technology. We start by looking at their phone bills and understanding what they're doing, what they should be doing. And usually it results in lots of cost savings.
Amazing, clear, succinct, beautiful. I love it. I want to I'm fortunate to get to connect with you fairly often. And so I want to tap in just one step deeper. There's some really cool things that you stand for. I happen to know those three. Will you speak into those for a moment, please?
For sure. Humble, hungry, and smart. Those are the things that really focus at Simplicity, whether it's the people that we hire to the work that we do. We really try to focus on the people passion, in process for simplicity. And that's really important to know who you are. To me, that speaks to our DNA. It speaks to our action and our characteristics. And it really comes through in how we approach things, what we do. And our ultimate goal is to delight our clients. And that's what we try to work towards every day.
Did anybody just hear that? She said the goal is to delight her clients. That is amazing. I love that. That is exactly what I was trying to tap into. I love that you shared that. I know that's true. I actually, for anybody watching, I can see on your shirt the three colors, and I know what those stand for. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Catherine. Question number two. What's the best thing about being in business?
I think the best thing about owning my own company is being able to create and execute on a vision. And sometimes that vision is very fluid and it evolves, and sometimes things take you by surprise. But because I have this vision and because I have this direction of the company, there's a lot of people that jump on the wagon and kind of take that journey with me. And there's nothing more beautiful than watching an employee flourish in what they're doing. And I have a few of those things happening right now, where I've hired a couple of people early last year before the pandemic started, and then we had this crazy pandemic. But to see them just be so grateful for their position, to flourish in their skills and reach for the levels that they didn't know they had within them, that's all because I've had this vision to take simplicity to clients and bring technology to customers. And it's really exciting to do that. And being in business and having a company, I've never thought about that back before this, when I was an employee and worked for somebody. I certainly had creativity. I worked hard, but it's different when you own the company and people are relying on you to bring in revenue and have their the paycheck that they earn. So it's kind of been a lifestyle that we've created that allow people to be empowered to do what they need to do every day. But you have to set that vision and say, here's where we're going. And this is our mission. We're here to make it easier. And then let them just, empower them to go and create and delight clients.
Love it. Love it. So you're here, your expertise is in technology, but yet we're talking about executing the vision. We're talking about employees flourishing, partnerships with clients. Like, that is so fascinating and amazing to me. That's one of the things I really appreciate about you.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun.
Question number three. We hear from other business owners they're getting so much business that the chaos is sometimes causing overwhelm. I am dying to hear your thoughts on this, Catherine. What are your thoughts?
Every day is overwhelming, but you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable like that, because you just have to figure out how to prioritize. From my perspective, I really work on practicing the art of delegation, make sure that I'm working on the right tasks, making sure that my staff individually, people are in the right roles, they're doing the right tasks, because that's how you can lead to efficiencies. And a big thing that we've been working on this last year is our tools. We use an inventory management product for our clients to help give them visibility to their technology and their spend and what we're doing. And you really want to make sure the right people are working on the right tasks, because if not, that's where a lot of chaos is created. Another avenue that we've been really focusing on is communication and making sure that people are collaborating really well and making sure that they're, when they have tasks done and they put things in the system, that it's visible. And so we've spent a great deal of time. In fact, we have the scrum every morning to just bring the whole team together, have 15 minutes and talk about what's going to be happening, and share learning experiences so that we can get better at that. It's almost like you exercise every day, exercise that collaboration muscle every day so that you can get better and better, because at the end of the day, you just want to look as good in front of that client, like you are communicating well and that you are collaborating as a team, and that does end up in delighting the client when you can do that well. So I think that, embrace the chaos, be okay with that, because you're going to learn something. If everything is going perfect, you're not going to feel as accomplished. You learn from mistakes more so than when things go great. So when it's chaotic, take time to step back and look at it. And this is what I call working on the business, not always in the business. Take time to sit back and say, is it healthy chaos? What is it? What's creating chaos? And then just start picking away at it. You eat an elephant one bite at a time, not the whole thing. So just kind of approach it where you're able to attack that and just get a little bit better each day. You don't run a marathon in one day. You just take a little bit each day and get it better and better. The biggest thing that I do at the end of every year with our holiday parties, I do a State of the Union. I talk about what happened in the previous year, what I expect in the next year. And I always get excited in January because I'm always looking at, I wonder what December is going to look like this year. Where are we not? And I'm not just talking about revenue numbers. I'm talking about goals that we met along the way. Did we improve our operations? Did we improve our KPIs? Did we delight our customers, and how can we prove we did that? So it's really about looking at all aspects of it. And I think that comes back to the creativity of the company and kind of allowing everybody to have a voice, and empower everybody to contribute. It doesn't mean everybody's idea is taken, or some of the ideas get crazy that are thrown out, but everybody knows that they have the ability to say, hey, I have an idea, and that could be, pulled into it. So don't be afraid of chaos. Just manage it.
Wow. Did you hear that? Catherine, that was amazing. You went from tying team with great communications, like super effective communications with tools, like that thing in itself. We can have an hour-long podcast guaranteed about that. Any seasoned business owner is like, yes, that's me, right? So that's amazing. But what I really loved about that, you tied that into development. So I heard you say, how excited you are to develop the team and reconnect with clients in different ways and push forward and all that into execution. And you tied it all, you wrapped it all on a bow with what you first stood for was in order to delight your clients. That's amazing. That was amazing. I hope that didn't pass any of the listeners or people watching by. Like that was awesome.
Thank you.
Question number 4. What other successful business owners like yourself, Catherine, should be on the Unlimited Wisdom podcast besides like everybody in the world?
There you go. I have she's actually one of my clients. Her name is Jamie Moore. She's with the Gem Tech Group. She's actually a CEO in my CEO roundtable with the Edward Lowe Foundation. So she was a Michigan 50 Companies to Watch as well winner. And like I said, she's my client. I think she's an amazing leader. She's super sassy. I think she would bring great perspective to listeners. And so I'm definitely going to connect you up with Jamie, because she's just, you got to hear her. She's awesome.
Love it. I love the vibe of that. Like I'm dying to connect with her already. So fantastic. I like how you framed that up, said exactly what she did. And I would love to have that conversation. So thank you very much, Catherine.
Definitely.
Let's get to the crux of all this. Question number 5. What piece of wisdom would you share with other business owners, Catherine?
So I think the biggest thing that I hope listeners take from this is we're a technology company. So embrace technology within your company or within your position. Don't be afraid of it. You don't have to know. I'm not a gadget person. I've got, my iPhone and my iPad, and I have all these bells and whistles. Do I need know how to use them all? Absolutely not. But I have people that can, if I get off track. But you've got to embrace technology because that's where you're going to find efficiencies. And there's only so many hours in the day. And there's so much more work. Every year, we're just expected to do more and more. We're not getting any more time. We have the same amount of time. So the way to attack that is to get more efficient and automate things. So one of the cool things that we're working on right now with my company is we use Microsoft Teams as a collaboration tool, and we're actually having it automated. So we read phone bills. Remember what I said? I read phone bills. So we actually are saving phone bills in our SharePoint, and Microsoft can automatically read those and log them for us. Whereas right now I have staff members that spend a lot of time looking at phone bills and doing that. We just cut that time dramatically because Microsoft can do that. So embracing that technology and bringing, going after that and saying, how can we do this better? And using technology to do that has changed my business process and made us able to delight clients better because we can get them the information quicker. We can help them, see when there's problems and we can fix those problems. Now we look like the heroes and we're the dragon slayers. I mean, our clients named us the dragon slayers because we take down all of these, all these dragons out there in the technology world. And it's because I'm not afraid of technology. Do I know how to use it all? No, but I know who to call when I need something done. And so every business needs technology. It doesn't matter what type of business that you have or what products you sell, you need to embrace technology to collaborate not only with your internal employees, but your clients. And you want to meet your clients where they like to hang out. And typically they like to hang out with their devices. One of our newer products that we've been bringing to our clients is called a CPaaS product, or a communication platform as a service product. It allows us to communicate via text with clients. We can also turn it into a voice call. So if somebody receives a text, but they really need to talk to somebody, they can push a button and that text turns to a voice. That's really unique technology. It's not expensive. A lot of people think technology is expensive. Make technology a revenue producer. Make it a revenue producer. Don't just look at technology as an expense. I think up until, this last year, most companies looked at technology as a line item, as an expense. But the pandemic's taught us that we can work remotely. We can utilize technology to be more efficient. And you need to think about how do you communicate with your clients and how could you do that better with technology. As soon as you do that, now that technology is producing revenue for you because you're keeping your clients up to date. You're interacting with them where they want to interact. And then you can take care of them and meet their needs and delight them and make sure that they think of you first. So I just think too many people are afraid of technology. And so I would say embrace technology.
Wow. I'm just pausing because that was incredible. I honestly, like all, fluff and all that kind of side, there are so many people I know that are just terrified of technology.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not sure how to maneuver through, or meander through or get through, however you want to put it. Like they're overwhelmed with technology and they just don't know where to turn.
Yeah.
So what you said is super, super powerful. And I know some of the benefits that you've provided to some of your clients. I happen to know those, and I'll get to those in just a moment because I think it's a really important point. But what you just said is so powerful. I want to highlight it. Make technology a revenue producer.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
That is a thought that I think many people don't think it that way. They're like, oh, it's a thing, right? It's a
Mhm.
thing, and I don't really know how to work this thing, and I can't deal with this right now because I have too much on my plate.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
Exactly.
make all that easy.
We do.
Very true. And I know that. I can vouch for that. It's true. I see the benefits. So I would love to hear from you one more thing, and then we'll shift gears here in just a moment. I know some of the benefits that you have, like huge benefits that you have delivered for your clients in delighting them.
Yeah.
Strong theme here for anybody listening, if you haven't picked up on it.
Yes.
um, I'd love to really dive into those a little bit. Now, I realize you may not want to say the name of the company. You
Sure.
may or you may not, but I happen to know. So, would you just share some of the benefits, whether you're willing to share the company names or not? Can you speak into that, Catherine?
So a famous West Michigan grocery retailer. So anybody in the Midwest probably shops at this grocery store chain
Guaranteed.
that is a competitor to the grocery store chain that starts with a W. But what we did with that particular company, 4 years, we went in and we looked at we decided to do an inventory project on their invoices. They had almost 500 invoices per month. Today, they have 28 invoices. We've saved them over 30% on their bottom line budget by simply looking at invoices and eliminating things that were not connected, consolidating down invoices, recommending technology upgrades. And during this 4 year transition, they've increased tenfold their performance of their bandwidth. They've streamlined their processes and what they order for new grocery stores. And most importantly, they just put money back in their budget, and it was historical savings that we did. And it's definitely a project that defined me as a person. It defined my company. I'm super proud of what we've done, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to just reading phone bills. They're confusing. People don't know what the products are. They don't know what it is. The IT department negotiates the contracts, and the accounting department pays the bills, and there's a big disconnect. So by simply just pulling that in, we created an inventory management tool because of it. And now all of our other customers benefit because we inventory everything, every one of our clients, every product that they have, whether it's a circuit, a phone line, a license, and we can bring visibility to that. So now they have visibility on what they have at every store. They have controlled costs, and they just simply pay a lot less than they did before. So that's why we were named the Dragon Slayers, and it's a super badge of honor that I love to talk about, because it was a David and Goliath story. It was this little small company and this really big chain that you're not going to find anything. We've been working with a telecom expense management company for 10 years. You're not going to find a thing. And when I did find a thing and presented it to them and then delivered, they were shocked. And it went all the way up to the CEO of the company. They know who Simplicity is because, it was just such historical work. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm proud that we learned a lot and we can take that to other clients. So very fun project that we worked on.
I love hearing that. You had shared this story with me previously, so I had secret information coming into this conversation. But it's such a great story, and I love those David and Goliath stories. And the business owners out there listening, whether you're just a small company, you're a small startup, or you're larger, these are the kinds of things we need to think into as we get to the enterprise level, right? So yes, it's important for enterprise, but this is a conversation that's important to anybody in business. thinking through these things and maneuvering through these things. And I love that you delight your clients by partnering with them, relationally, and just walking step by step with them through this, because you're one of those people that will fight and claw and fight for your clients. And I love that about you.
Yep,
Thank you.
definitely.
So grateful to have you here. Let's switch gears. We can talk about business all day. Sometimes we do. Not all day, but a lot. What's the most fun vacation you've ever had? I'd love to know.
Yeah, without a doubt. It was this time last year. I had gotten married Christmas Eve, and my husband and I went to Hawaii for 3 weeks. I'd never been anywhere on vacation for 3 weeks. And lo and behold, thankfully, we had our 3 weeks there, came home on January 31st, and then wow, the whole year changed with no more travel and all the pandemic. So it really made me appreciate the time that we spent in Florida or in Hawaii, and just the amazing sunsets and watching the whales, and just it was incredible. And especially because back here in Michigan in January it's cold, so I was really enjoying Hawaii last year this time. So that was my favorite hands down vacation.
Love it. See, I love hearing the passion in your voice about vacation. I know how passionate you are about your business, but this brings another element to it. Like, I love hearing the passion when you just had a blast. You had a lot of fun. That's the beautiful thing about being in business. Often people talk about the freedom, but having the ability to be able to take 3 weeks off and go on vacation and know that things are running correctly, like, that's an amazing feat. There's a lot of business owners that are like, I don't know how I'm ever going to make that happen. And so hearing that it just provides incredible hope.
Well, I should probably tell you that we have technology that allows us to work anywhere. So I wouldn't say that I was off for 3 weeks. I just controlled how much time I did business during those 3 weeks.
Nice. Being able to maneuver through the tools. That's what it's about, right? Make it.
That's right.
IT. I love that play on words. Make it easy.
Yep, that's it.
Love it. Thanks for being on, Catherine. I appreciate the investment of your time. What's the website? So when people hear this, notice I said when they hear this or see this and they want to reach out and contact you, what's the best way that they can do that?
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. And our website is simplicitycom.com, and it's simplicity with a Y. So SYMPLICITYCOM.com. And I'd love you to go check it out. We had this awesome company that helped us with the new website, and it's getting uploaded any day. So I'm really excited for people to see it.
Awesome. Thanks so much. This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Business Wisdom Podcast, where business owners making 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's really not all about the money. It's more about sharing their wisdom and creating impact globally. Thanks for joining us.